Alright, it is Tuesday morning. I have the Mr. home for a little bit in the morning. He goes in late today. So we're having breakfast together. He actually took Evie to school already. I warmed up those donuts that I made in my freezer breakfast video. The lemon blueberry donut. Really good. With eggs and coffee. Hi, Mama. Mwah. Oh yeah, my vacuum cleaner just came. That's exciting. We saw the FedEx truck. We were like, what did we order? Yeah. Oh, that's exciting. So because Dan took Evie to school today, I'm still in my pajamas. This is definitely not like me at 11:40. But I did just spend a long time cleaning the kitchen, kind of deep cleaning. It just needed, all the surfaces need to be cleaned. So I did that. We just have had a relaxed kind of morning. Hey guys, haven't seen me yet today. I just got myself a little bit ready. Very minimal. I went to sleep last night with wet hair. So when I wake up, it's usually kind of wavy. So I only curl the front, couple pieces in the front. And then I just let the back just do its own thing. But while I'm in here with Lara, who just brushed her teeth and is now using a Q-tip, I'm gonna trim her bangs. I've been trimming them for a while now, and I feel like every time I do it, I still get really nervous about it, that I'm gonna mess it up, but so far it's been okay. So I'm just gonna do that quick. I prefer to do it when her hair is dry. I feel like I get a better sense of what it looks like than when I try to do it if it's wet. So we're gonna do that now. And then we're gonna twist it in the front. And then we trim up. Look up, look up, look up.
Up and down. Down on the floor?
I never cut straight across. I always cut from the bottom up. Almost done. And then you can get a lollipop when we're done.
And the blue one?
You want a blue lollipop?
Yeah,
Okay.
please, I'm digging for that blue lollipop.
You like the blue one?
Yeah, I'm digging for it.
You're gonna dig for it in my purse?
Yeah. Open on myself.
All by yourself?
Cause that me. Why throwing on the floor? Then it's gonna be so messy.
Yeah, but I'll vacuum it up. All right, there you go. Just like a real hair salon, right? All right, I just vacuumed the bathroom. I just vacuumed up the hair, but then I went ahead and vacuumed everything. And I'll probably come in here and mop it in a little bit. But it's 12:30-ish already. So I need to get Lara some lunch. I think we have one more peanut butter and jelly sandwich left over from yesterday. So she's just gonna have that. And then hopefully she'll go down, because she woke up kind of late today because she stayed home. This lighting. She stayed home, with me when Dan took Evie to school, so she was able to sleep in. So hopefully she won't take too long to go down. All right, so I guess it's Shark Week in YouTube world. Get it? Apparently they have been sending these vacuums out to a lot of different people. So when they reached out to me and I have been kind of unhappy with the one that I have, I said, yeah, sure. So I'm gonna open this up and try it out. The thing I don't like about my vacuum is it does a pretty good job on the carpet, but it's not the best on hardwood. And it gets most of it, but I have to use the hose attachment to get up a lot of the bigger pieces. And it's just more work, and I don't know. I don't love it. So I'm gonna open this up and try it out. P.S. If you have little kids, Evie loves when packages come with this because she pretends that they are sandcastles because the texture of it is it's so perfect, and then little people can play in there. I always save these for her. So this one is the F80 Multiflex. It says it runs 2 times longer than, I guess, their older model. But I think that's because there's maybe 2 batteries. So they're not sponsoring me to talk about this, but they just asked if they could send me one. Okay, I had to turn it on because I just wanted to see what it was like. And it's so quiet. I can't even believe it. I'm very impressed. So I just did a quick spin around in here. You can see all those crumbs that were here are now gone. And I kind of just did a little quick spin around here. Honestly, I think my dishwasher is louder than this, so that's pretty cool. Okay, my favorite part might have to be that it can actually reach all the way under this console table, because my other vacuum definitely couldn't. I had to pull the whole thing forward. I had to move the carpet, pull that forward to get back there. So this is a neat little thing. I'll link it down below if you're interested. So far, I'm very pleased. So that late morning wake up has totally messed with Lara's schedule. We have to leave to get Evie in like half an hour, and I think she maybe just fell asleep. She came out like 3 times. The toddler struggle. So hopefully I can get her up and into the car and she'll keep sleeping on the way to get Evie. We'll see. Otherwise, it's just gonna be an early night. But I'm gonna go ahead and use this time to prep some things for dinner tonight. I'm gonna cut up the veggies that need to go in the beef stew. It's really such a simple recipe. I'll link it down below, the one that I used last time, but it's really pretty easy and just a really good, like, hearty meal. Unfortunately, Dan works late today, so he'll just have to enjoy it when he gets home, but it also makes for good leftovers, so that's good. I just was working on the computer a little bit, doing some finishing touches for that video I was working on yesterday. All day I've been wanting to work in the nursery because we're so close to being able to actually paint the board and batten. I just need to finish caulking all the seams. So I'm thinking today, maybe when I pick up Evie, we're gonna go to the paint store and see if I can get some samples of the colors that I'm thinking of for the room. I'm so excited to finally be able to do that and like pull it all together. So I'm just using some red potatoes, celery, and carrots, and I think I'm gonna do onion also. I'll grab an onion or 2. And I'm going to, I think I'm gonna peel these. I wish I had more potatoes because then I could serve it over mashed potatoes, but it's almost like with everything in there, it's its own complete dish on its own, you know? So I think I'm gonna do that. Like, I could leave these out and turn them into mashed potatoes and serve it over that, but I think I'm just gonna put it all together. Then it'll just be easy. One dish, one bowl, you know, easy cleanup. We made it into the car and into Evie's school, and she's still sleeping. Doesn't look very green, which is a good thing. I only wanted it to be like a subtle color. I just love how Benjamin Moore paint smells. I'm sure that that's weird, but I just feel like it smells like I remember paint smelling when I was little. I don't know. Probably just a weird thing. All right. Did you guys know I was painting the board and batten a color? I don't know if I said it. I mentioned it on Instagram, but I didn't actually say it here. But yeah, I am painting the board and batten a color that's not white. Oh yeah, I like that. I like it. Basically, my plan is this is gonna be a color, and this is gonna be kind of just like white-ish. The ceiling is bright white, so I'm not sure if I'm doing bright white or if it's gonna be just like an off-white color. So it's still wet, but that's basically what it would be, and I really like it. I was gonna go to Home Depot, actually, we intended to, and then I realized I never actually measured the doors, so I couldn't buy them without measuring them, so I don't know. Either we'll go back out tonight or I'll just go another day. But I really, really like it. Well, I'm very happy that that sample worked out. I really like the color. I'm gonna just leave it on the wall and see how it looks tomorrow when like there's more sunlight on it. But I think that that might be it, but we'll see. I feel like paint colors can be so tricky. So it is time to start on dinner. The girls are home and settled. Just clearing out Evie's lunchbox, and it's pretty much completely empty. It's always a good sign. So this is where I do something different than the recipe called for. I add a little flour to my beef and kind of like coat the beef before I cook it in the pot, or sear it I should say, and that just gives it like a nicer crust than just the meat itself. At least I think so. That's what I do. So the other thing is I'm not going to cook all of this meat all at once, because then it's not going to have enough room to, you know, be on its own and brown. So I'm only going to do half. I have a little bit of oil in there. I'm going to do half of this, let that cook on both sides, and then take it out and do the second half. All right, my beef's out, and then to all of the little browned bits at the bottom, I poured on a little bit of beef broth, which helps to like break it up and give it good flavor. So I just put in my onions, and then I have all my veggies that I cut before. I'm gonna let the onions sit first and kind of soften up before I put in these veggies. And I try to keep the liquid very minimal here, so they do kind of, you know, cook down. I don't want to just like boil them. So there's only a tiny little splash of broth in there. So that's that. And then once all the veggies are done, I put the beef back in, put the rest of the beef broth, and a little bit of like, I guess any tomato really that you have on hand. Like I have diced tomatoes. You can use crushed or stewed or pureed, whatever you have. And then I'm also gonna put a little bit of red wine. This is wine that my dad makes. So we're gonna put a little bit of that in too, and really that's it. I'm definitely behind schedule though. If I don't come home right after school and like start dinner right away, it just, I don't know, it takes too long, and I wind up missing that 6 o'clock deadline that I like to do. Not that it really matters, but it just seems to work well with our evenings. But because Dan works late tonight, it's just me here to do all the bedtime routines, which honestly when I do it, they are in bed on time. When Dan does it, they wind up going to bed later. So hopefully we can still get in bed at a reasonable time. All right, I have the dishwasher going already because it was full from breakfast and lunch, and it wasn't like full enough to run, so the girls had an after school snack, so I'm running it now. And then I hand washed everything else, all of Evie's lunch things, cutting board, and that way after dinner is done, this will be done running, and all we'll have is our dishes to put in the dishwasher and one pan to clean up. So that'll save on time after dinner. I won't be in here cleaning all night. So my veggies are still going. They are not quite soft enough to put in the rest of the broth and everything. It's really the potatoes that take the longest. So hopefully those guys will soften up soon. Alright, so here's how the beef stew turned out. It's really good. We kind of did things a little bit backwards tonight because this was taking a little longer than I was hoping. I washed all the dishes and put those away, and then I gave the girls a bath, and now we're having dinner. So it's 7:15 already, very late dinner, but I figure now after dinner they can just go right to bed. So that's what we did tonight, and afterwards I won't have too much to clean up, and I can just edit this and be done for the evening. So I will be talking to you guys later. Bye. So Evie finished hers, and she's asking for more, and she's saying she wants this for lunch tomorrow. So I'd say that's a hit.